Hello, this tutorial is part of our study of augmented six chords. And, um, as we've studied through the whole semester with applied chords and now augmented six chords, we've used chromaticism to intensify harmonic motion. Uh, those are the main purpose of applied chords and augmented six chords. They're not necessarily um, parts of modulations, just intensifications of harmonic motion. So I'm starting again here, as I did previous tutorials on augmented six, with just sort of vanilla diatonic progressions, and I just want you to think of them as the basis for your understanding of the more chromatic chords. So, so again, here we have the one going to the 4, 6 to 5. This is all. Uh, this is the as I've referred to as the kind of downward route to from one to the dominant, as opposed to the upward route. So let's just listen to the first one. It was in major, same progression, now in minor. So it's always been attractive, or at least since the Baroque period, for composers to fill in gaps chromatically, for particularly for really serious music or music that was dealing with kind of intense emotions. So the first one, I left a whole half note here, so we could fill in that motion that from do down to sol with chromatic passing tones. So do, ti, te, la, and now we'll go to lay, sol. And as you go back the 4, 6 up to there, you can imagine that the lay, we're going to use an augmented six chord. I don't know which one yet. We'll see what happens. Okay, so do to ti. That's just a plain old 5, 6 chord. Maybe 5, 6, 5. Let's see what happens with the soprano. So let's keep this as a. Maybe we'll do a 5, 6, 5. We'll have the soprano upper neighbor. And we'll have the soprano come back down. Have the alto do move up to the D. We'll just leave the tenor sitting there. Have the alto come back down. So now I think we can see, I hope you can see already, what the te implies. So instead of going back to 1, do, ti, do, we now can treat that as an applied chord, a 5, 4, 2, a 4, which leads beautifully to 4, 6, like it's supposed to. So 5, 4, 2. I wonder if I could do a cool arrow. Well, let's go. 5, 4, 2, a 4. That's not very not very efficient way of doing it, but notating it. But now the soprano is going to move up. Alto can hold steady. We'll just give it a half note. The tenor is going to have to move. Let's go ahead and double the soprano. So let's listen to this first bar. And now the augmented six chord, and I've got an F sharp. So let's hold the do. If you do a German six here, then I would just produce parallel fifths. Let's just go to the E. Let's go down to the French sixth. Well, let's try to see how that sounds. This is a German. Not so bad, and if you're deeply offended by the parallel fifths, you can just put a cadential 6/4. This is easy. It's pi, like that. Now, by the way, remember when you go to the cadential 6/4 from the German 6 in major, you typically adjust that so that it's let's listen to the whole thing. Then of course that would either be a half cadence or it would just lead to one. Okay, so that's a chromatic bass. Let's take this next one in minor and make a chromatic soprano. So I have me, fa, sol. Same basic progression, but now let's do me, mi, fa, fi. You see, it's similar to the top one, except in the soprano, it's going chromatic from every single note. The bass may not move by chromatic half step every time. So, and that's you see that in the minor a lot because you've got the me to me. Again, me to me in the minor implies a applied chord, a 5/4/2 of 4. Just copy that right here. 4 going straight to the 4/6. And then you have the same basic progression. And again, you can go, maybe we'll do a French this time. These augmented 6 chords are almost in every case interchangeable. There's just some voice leading that leads more smoothly than others. Nope, hang on. So, well, let's go ahead and use the chromatic bass. La. Just to go with that chromatic soprano. Okay, thus there you have ways to harmonize a chromatic bass line. This do, ti, te, la, le, sol, extremely common. You'll see it a lot. It's almost always this kind of progression, and you see a chromatic soprano again. And what you also notice is that the bass and soprano move in contrary motion. So, all right, hope you learned something from that.